Lavier and another guy by the name of Paul Lamarche. And they were really close. And they start kicking around some ideas after one of these meetings. What about the possibility of an organization that can occupy itself with good works, not just talk? The seed was kind of planted. So they met with this man, Mr. Bailly, who's the newspaper man. They met at his office on Tuesday night, the 23rd of April, 1833, which just happened to be the 20th birthday of Frederick Roosevelt. 6 college kids met with this adult, Mr. Bailly, who was 39 years old, the father of 6 kids. And they decided, let's do what Jesus did. Let's go to the poor. They started what they called at that time the Conference of Charity of St. Vincent de Paul. It was a moment like Pentecost, like the Holy Spirit. You know, we in the Catholic Church we say the church birthday was at Pentecost. Well, the birthday, the Pentecostal experience, like when the Holy Spirit came upon these young men and gave them this wonderful idea, was on April the 23rd, 1833. I think that's when the society was born, on that night. He said to Mr. Bailly, the 39-year-old husband and father of 6 kids, "You be our president." Because you know Paris, all of us, none of these students were from Paris. You know Paris, you're more mature, you're a married man, we're students. You know, we're just getting our feet on the ground. So they did. Mr. Bailly said, okay, I'll be president. They kept the other group, like the study group, the discussion group, they kept that going, and they call that the Conference of History. Conference is like a French term that they kept. We still use it today in the United States. We call the conferences, those are the individual units, you know, in the parishes and other places. And then you have the next is the council, going up the line. So at this meeting, Mr. Bailly said, let me talk about what I think you guys should do, you 6 students. You got a great education, you're smart guys. Some of you know law, some of you know medicine, you know, you've got experience in life. He said, use your gifts, win the confidence of the people, learn their problems, learn their challenges, see how you might best help them. Go and see a sister by the name of Rosalie Rondeau. She'll tell you how to deal with the poor. And so they did. Remember, these are college kids. You know, they never worked with the poor before. But this sister did. She was delighted to see them because she saw their enthusiasm, you know, what they really wanted to do. They wanted to work hands-on with the poor. So she really supported this Conference of Charity of St. Vincent de Paul. She taught them the practical stuff. How to visit the poor, always 2 by 2. Always show the poor respect their dignity. She gave them a list of people to see. She taught them how to use vouchers. And they used to use vouchers for bread and coal. Sister Rosalie worked in an area in Paris called Buffetard, which still exists. And now, if you want to have a great meal, you go to Buffetard. That's where all the Parisians go to eat. You have all these different restaurants. You can even get Mexican food at Buffetard, believe it or not. Or Greek food, any kind of food. But at that time, it was one of the worst areas in Paris. Extremely dangerous. People were afraid to go there even at noontime, the blazing sun. These guys went and they visited the poor. And there's a little story I'm going to tell you about Sister Rosalie. I usually don't always, I was thinking about this. Sister Rosalie in this area, Buffetard area, she used to take everybody in. It didn't make any difference who they were, what side they were on. It didn't make any difference. So the chief of police, random chief of police in Paris, told some of his police officers, we're going to go and arrest Sister Rosalie. And they went, no. You don't do that. They said, why not? Because they said, you'll never come out alive. They'll kill you if you try to even touch her. And so he was kind of a cocky Frenchman, you know. So he went. And when you went to see Sister Rosalie, you lined up and took your turn. So you might have 12 homeless people. You might have a bishop. You might have somebody else from politics. You waited your turn. The police officer waited his turn. He couldn't get in there in front of the line. So he gets up and she said, how can I help you? And I didn't come for any help. I came to arrest you. And it didn't faze her at all. You know? So she said, you know, she said, I'm a daughter of charity. I'm going to help anybody at any time. And she said, and Chief, please, I'll even help you if you need help. And he was just flabbergasted by it. And turned around, and he didn't know what to say, and left, and got out of there. My main point is, with this story, emphasizes the kind of neighborhood that these people were in, and the openness of Sister Rosalie and what she taught them about respecting everyone, you know, and opening yourself up to anyone who's in great need.